record. Just, and then I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Everybody see my polka dots?
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so I kind of pre-designed a couple things, and then I thought that we could kind of show together kind of how I did them. And I mean, do y'all, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think your level of Canva familiarity is?
I'm getting pretty familiar. I've been playing around with it a lot, so I feel pretty confident with it.
Okay. And I'm assuming, Joanne, you feel pretty confident as well?
Yeah, I feel pretty confident.
Okay. And Colleen, pretty confident?
So.
Okay. All right. So I think maybe what we'll do then is I'm going to kind of just share just a little bit of the basics about what I do and how I do it. And then maybe we can come up with some fun ideas together for some content for the rest of summer. So in my little summer recipe idea, I was thinking that, just to come up with a good, fun summer tropical idea. And so with the help of Cynthia Clark, she shared this millionaire pie recipe. So she was saying that, like, this is her favorite summer recipe. And we were kind of coming at it from the idea of Cynthia loves to write notes and mail things. I mean, she's kind of old school and she enjoys pen to paper. And I was saying, if that's something that you really love to do, then do that, but include something of value, right? Either a coupon to a local ice cream shop, if you can kind of coordinate with a local business, or even just a recipe, right? Something of value that you could send out with your little handwritten note. So she shared this little recipe, and this was her favorite summer recipe. It's for the millionaire pie. And so all I did basically was Google the recipe, copy and paste it, and make a cute little graphic out of it. Now, of course, I could doll it up more if I wanted to, but I kind of love the fact that I use our thermals because, it gives that product call out without having to say, buy for me, buy for me, buy for me, buy for me. And then I did the coordinating large utility tote. And I was thinking that we could just do some cute, fun verbiage or maybe some other graphics here alongside of the, what is that called? Perfect party set, all right? So what do you guys think? Do you think that I should call it a perfect party set and put a price with it? Or do you think that I should add just some graphics? Or what do you think we could add to this to make it a little more eye-catching?
I was kind of seeing, like, I know that on there somewhere they have the umbrella that you can put up on the beach. They have that image, I think, in there somewhere.
All right. In the
because you can search and Canva will pull up images that you already have in there.
Yes. I was thinking you meant a 31 one. Okay.
No, sorry.
So do you guys use the photo holders? So that's kind of one of my favorite little things because it auto sizes and kind of contains the pictures. So these are all the photo holders. And I don't know if you've ever, typed anything in, but photo holder, and you can see that there's lots of letters and numbers. So basically, if I just put the R in there and I wanted to use maybe a 31 fabric thing, I could just plop it over there and it's going to go right into the R. So I love those and I use those a lot as well. But we're not going to use that right now. I'll delete that. All right. So you were saying
like an umbrella or something.
Yeah. All right. So I think I had summer typed in earlier.
The umbrella and the beach ball with maybe a splash of that fruit in a corner or something, I don't know, would probably add a little bit to it.
Right. All right. So let's, what about this? I kind of like that.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah.
The only thing I don't like is I don't love the colors on that one. I don't feel like they coordinate well. So I like
change, on this one, you can change the colors. Did you know that?
Yeah, I did. I was going to see if you knew that. So good.
I learned it by accident.
All right. And on this one, I don't think we can flip, can we?
I don't think so.
So don't, let's see.
What if you just like rotate it to where it's going the other way?
Oh, yes. What colors do you think? I don't like that.
Yeah, that looks cute.
Yeah. All right. See, I like some of these, but then they're expensive, you know, so you have to be really careful about what's free and what's
You
not
can
free.
use the ones that are not free, but you just have a like a watermark on the.
Right. So do you just snip those? Is that what you do?
I just post them with the watermark.
It doesn't ask you to buy them?
You can there's a place whenever you go to like download it that you can
Oh, it says
download the
watermark?
watermarked copy. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I've seen that before. All right. I'm just kind of trying to come up with
I wonder if you could find like a strawberry, because there's a strawberry on that LUT.
I like the sunglasses.
Yeah, I thought the sunglasses were cute too. Let's see. See, I don't like that all these strawberries are.
I like those flip-flops underneath that umbrella, maybe.
That's, yeah, I was thinking that too. Let me go back to the summer. Did you see sunglasses, Joanne?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there they are. All right. My computer screen is going crazy. So you guys are pretty handy with this, so I feel like I'm not really.
See, I've never used it on my computer. I've always used it on my phone.
Oh my goodness, how can you see? I can't see anything on my phone.
There's a lot less options.
Yeah.
Too. So I didn't even know it was available on the computer. So I guess I'm going to be using it on the computer.
Look at us teaching you. I'm like, I was thinking this is going to be boring.
I mean, I use Pic Collage a lot.
Right.
And I used, let's see, Pic Collage. There's a couple other ones that they're all grouped together in one thing on my iPad, and I use them. Canva's my favorite.
Yeah, Canva's my favorite too. Okay, so that's kind of cute. We've added a few little summer things. So that's kind of a simple one. So basically this is, again, a summer recipe that will make you feel like a millionaire. And how cute is that, right? So you could print those off. You could put them on a catalog. You could mail them. You can post them. But I love it because I feel like it is something of value, right? So they're not just going to throw it away. They're going to kind of hang on to it because, I mean, yummy, how would, you know, that looks amazing. So the other one that I loved, and I found this on TOT under the marketing material. Hey, Tracy and Karen. So this is basically the perfect party set as well. But I was thinking, what a great idea to share this recipe for the layered Jell-O. So just kind of fitting in again with the theme of you know, just a fun summer recipe. I was gonna see if we had a what's a good coordinating fabric for that navy gingham?
What about carrying the top? Oh, that's cute.
What about, yeah, I was thinking, what about that? Do you think that's, so you know that you can go and you can arrange that to go to the back so that, you know, it puts it behind the picture that you're using. And then you can expand it if you want. So I was just kind of thinking of making like a little border on that. So, so I found the recipe for the layered Jell-O. I basically just, I'm going to copy it, go back to my, and then I'm going to go to text. I can do large, medium, or small. And I'm going to go to the small. I'm going to highlight it, drag it down, and then just paste my recipe in here. Now you can see that it's a little bit too big, so I can go up to the very top under font size. I can make it smaller. that's too small, I can make it a little bit bigger. And I can kind of play around, maybe even make my picture just a little bit smaller so that I have more room. Oops. And then I would go in and just get the directions, maybe. Maybe not. Okay, so then I could just go in and maybe just type in ingredients. So I'm going to drag this down wherever I want it, and highlight it, and type in ingredients. Is that right? Ingredients. And then I can go up here, and so this is having it centered. I can align it to the right, align it to the left, leave it centered. So I'm going to align it to the right. Put my ingredients under here. And then I could go in and, I don't know why it's not letting me get the recipe. Hold on, let me try it again. All right, well, you guys can, I'll go back and find it. But so you can go in and then just post it there. So there's lots of other things. So I love that if you're kind of feeling unsure about Canva, one of the things, you know, if you look over here to the side, you can copy. So if you love this slide, but maybe you want to just do it, you love the layout, but maybe you want to add some different pictures, you can copy it. Or maybe you just hate it, you can delete it. And you can add all different kinds. So let's go in and do a new page. And then if you're unsure, you know, where to start, there are all of these layouts over here, okay? So these, you know, if you feeling kind of unsure in the beginning and don't really know where to start, there's tons and tons of layouts over on the left-hand side, and you can kind of pick them and, you know, and go from there. I like kind of making my own layout. So I just leave my backgrounds blank. But let's say that I decided I wanted a pink background or a gray background, or maybe I wanted to add a lemon background. So there's all these choices for the background of whatever, you know, design you want to make. And then if you're looking for something and you're just not finding it, you can always go into the search bar over here as well. All right. And then there's all of these elements. So the elements, there's a bunch of different things. So there's the grids. So the grids are basically going to divide the box up into different compartments. So let's say that you wanted to make a pic collage like Joanne was talking about earlier, and I want to do 4 pictures in my pic collage. I can select on the 4 photo pic collage. I can go to my uploads, all right? So these are pictures that I have uploaded into my own Canva account. And so here's the picture. I just clicked on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it into the box that I want it in and drop it. All right? And I'm going to go to my next picture. I'm going to drag it in and drop it into the next box. I can go to my next picture, drag and drop it into that box. And then my next picture, and drag and drop it into the 3rd box, okay? So you can see on this one particularly, it's not centered, okay? So maybe I want to adjust it up. Maybe I want to adjust it down. Maybe I want to make it bigger or smaller, and I can adjust it here and then click the checkbox, and that's going to resave it, all right? So even on this one, I can drag it around, figure out how I want it to be centered. And let's say that now that I've got my photos in there, I'm not loving that yellow background. So I can go back to the background, and I can choose any background color that I want. Okay? All right, so now let's say I love this, but I want to add something else to it. So I want to add, let's say I want to add a circle to the middle of the picture. So I'm going to go back to my elements. And now I'm going to look for shapes because the circle is a shape. I'm going to click on shape. It's going to pull up all these choices, right? So I want just a regular circle with an outline, all right? So I'm going to click on my circle with an outline. But number one, that's too big. And number two, I don't like the color scheme. So you see up here on the upper left-hand corner, I can change the color scheme. So let's say that I want my outer circle navy, or sorry, my outer circle green, and my inner circle navy. My outer circle navy, sorry. I want a navy and green. All right. I can drag it around, put it anywhere that I want to. All right. I can make it bigger. I can make it smaller. I can also go up here to my options on my right-hand side, so I can copy it if I want to make two, or I can delete it. Or let's say I like it, but I want it to be just a little more subdued. I can go to the transparency slide, and I can slide it, and it's going to make it to where it's not so bright, but still noticeable, right? So I can kind of make it transparent, or I can make it nice and bold, all right? Now, if you'll see really closely, as I'm dragging the circle around, it's letting me know if it's centered, okay? So see over here, there's just a line vertically, right? So it's telling me that right now my circle is centered vertically. But if I drag it over to the middle, I'm going to get a horizontal line as soon as I'm absolutely centered into the screen, okay? So it's really nice that it gives you that option. Now, let's say that I want to go back in and I want to add some, my name. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to choose the medium font, and I'm going to type in my name, all right? And that's a little too big for me, so I'm going to go down and change my font size. Okay. And now let's say that maybe I want to add my picture. I don't know if I have a good one close by, but let me see if I can find a picture of myself. And I can make it I think my picture is pretty far back, so I have to use somebody else's picture. This isn't me, but let's just pretend. And then I can crop it if I just want my face here. Click the checkbox and add that right into my picture, okay? So it gives you tons of options, right? So if I don't like that, I can take it out. All right? So you can do tons and tons and tons of different things with this, okay? So this particular setup is what they call the Facebook post setup. But when you log into Canva, which is www.canva.com, and you can set up a free account, it is going to tell me once I get into my account screen, these are all my options, okay? So I can do Facebook posts. I can set up my own Facebook cover, like the banner at the top. I can make, I can do letterhead. So I have a letter that I send out with all of my catalogs. I created that in Canva. I can do marketing material like posters or flyers, business cards or labels. There's lots and lots of different choices that you can choose from, and it auto sizes it based on, if I'm doing a poster size, it's going to auto size everything to fit in there, all right? But I do a lot of just the Facebook post size because that's really what I'm looking for. It's just creating my own social media content, okay? And you're probably asking, like, why would you create your own social media content? Well, number one, if you start posting the same pictures and every 31 consultant starts posting the same picture, then Facebook is going to think that that's a spam, and it's going to automatically shut you down and think that you're, doing something that Facebook doesn't want you to do. All right. So even if there are great graphics on TOT, which they are, it's always a good idea to take them and do something to them to make them yours. Okay. Because Facebook isn't smart enough to know that it's a similar picture. It only knows that it is an exact picture. Okay. So, if you see a graphic floating around Facebook and 7 of your 31 friends have posted it and you want to post it, I suggest that you alter it even minutely to make sure that it's something a little bit different. Add your tagline, add your photo, add your contact information, something that's going to set it apart from the other, people that are posting it on Facebook as well, okay? So tons and tons and tons of other things that you can do. So what are some suggestions or ideas or questions that you guys have had regarding creating your own social media content? Zero? Y'all are all pros, which sounds like you are.
I haven't had a lot of experience with it because you know how I am. I use yours a lot of times. But
and that's okay. That's okay because honestly, if we're all using it, we're talking 10 or 15 people versus 70,000.
Yeah, but I am because when we went to the retreat, we did a little bit on this, and now I am going to get more into it. So
right, and I'll show you some of the things that I've done, just to give you some ideas, as far as like just what I use it for. So here is here's a banner. So I made this banner on to put at the top of my Facebook parties. This is an example. So I'm using this particular banner at the top of all my Facebook parties. And the reason that I'm using it is because I want my customers to click on the banner, right, where it says click here to shop. And then I put the link of the Facebook party in the comment section. So that makes it super easy. And all I did was, well, I'll show you what I did. So basically all I did was I took the photo off of 31 Today.
mm-hmm.
Right, and I put it just right smack in the middle, okay, just like it was. And then I wanted to add this click here to shop text, but I wanted to set it apart from the rest of the photo, okay? So all I did was I went into elements, I went into shapes, I found my handy dandy square, and I shaped it however I wanted it, okay? Then I went in and I turned it white. You could turn it pink. You could turn it whatever color you wanted. But then I went up to the transparency tab right up here in the right-hand corner, and I made it transparent, right? So I lightened it up just a little bit because I basically just want to set my text apart, okay? I want them to still be able to see what it is, but I wanted to give it just a little bit of differentiation, all right? And then I go into my text line and I type click here to shop, okay? And I can stretch this out so that it's all on one line.
And you put that in like at the top of your page at the banner for the
Yes.
because I use that same one for all my Facebook parties too, but mine didn't say click here to shop.
Right. Well, I got it off of somewhere else. But anyways, I thought it was a really great idea because when they click on it, it actually opens up the picture, and then I put the link to the Facebook party right there.
Okay.
And then for this little thumb thing or finger thing, I think I just typed in click in the search bar, and the little click button came up. And I just put it, sized it up and put it right here, just so they would, kind of see what I was talking about. So that is my new banner. So just like that, I was able to just create something that was uniquely, mine. I'm going to show you guys something else that I created that I really have been using a lot, which is this. I can get it to load. And
Hey,
this is yeah.
I have to head out, but I'll get you on my app later.
Okay.
Good to meet you.
Before you go, before you go, let me do the drawing since you're here.
Okay.
All right. So I put everybody's name in random.org, all right? And everyone who submitted, we had 55 ladies who stomped their 0, which out of 124 is amazing.
Woo!
Amazing. Those are really good stats, all right? So I'm so proud of you guys. So, of course, our number one seller automatically gets a prize. And our number one seller so far is Stacy Pruitt with $2,670. Yep. So Stacy will automatically get our little monthly goodie bundle. All right, so now I'm going to click randomize, and the first person after randomize will get a prize, and then I'll click it again. So here we go. Randomize. Terry Marufo, awesome. Let me write her name down because I'll never remember. All right. So Terry had $746, and she is going to get one of our little fun boxes. Hold on, and I'm going to hit it again. All right. And, Nicole LaGravenese is going to be our other winner. All right. Okay, and then Stacy. Okay. All right. So I'll get those out this week for all of our Stomping Your Zeros. So congratulations.
Yay!
All right. Go. Bye. Congratulations. Off to a great start, Joanne.
Start swell #1 done.
Woo! And 8 parties on the books, which is incredible.
Oh no. We're up to 12 now.
12 parties on the books.
Yeah.
All right. She's going to be doing the next webinar to tell us how she did that.
All right. I'll talk to y'all later. God bless.
Bye. Be careful. Okay. All right. So I was going to show y'all something else that I did on Canva, which I really and it's a little more complicated, but I really love the way that it turned out. So basically, I created sort of my own little flyer to send to my customers. So, I just use the graphics right off of TOT, so you can kind of see how easy it is just to take the things that are already there, make great little graphics with them, and I basically have created my own flyers. Okay? So lots of fun things that you can do and kind of really brand yourself, so that your content looks, different from everyone else's.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So any questions about Canva or, it's really simple. I'll tell you that the best thing to do is just jump in and play around. And I will share some of these. Like I said, I'm going to do the recipe, the millionaire pie recipe, and I also will share the Jell-O recipe with you guys, and then you can kind of play around with them as well. The other great thing is that I can share these with you. So if I go up here to the share button, I can share these with all of you. So if you want me to share them, raise your hand. Okay, everybody, and I'll share them with you guys. Again, you do have to have a free account in order to do that, all right? So once I'm done with these, you're probably thinking, okay, so now what do I do? And basically, I download them onto my desktop, okay? So I say, let's say I'm ready, #1. See, it's #1 right here. I'm ready. I want to download that so that I can put it on my Facebook page. So I'm just going to go to the download button. I always download mine as a JPEG, okay? So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to download it as a JPEG, and then I'm just going to download it right to my desktop. All right. Then I'm going to save it. Oh, you know what? I didn't. Hold on one second. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do JPEG, and then I'm just going to tell it to save number 1. I don't want it to download the whole thing. All right, so then I'm going to save it. So then all I have to do is go to Facebook, go to my customer group, upload my photo, hopefully. And post. All right. Just that simple. All right. So I'm gonna, any other questions about anything going on? Anything you need help on? We can kind of open it up, see what's going on. Thank y'all for joining on Wednesday night. So what are some topics that we can put on the docket for the next one? Because I'm really kind of letting you guys drive what you need help with. So what are some things? Some of the topics could be script practice, all right? So we could really talk about verbiage and words, what to say, how to overcome objections. So that would be one. We could, totally up to y'all. Tracy, what do you feel like you're struggling with? She may be frozen. I think she's frozen. Sharon, what do you feel like? Is there something that you feel like you could use some help with? You're doing really well. You're getting a lot of momentum, which is exciting because you worked really hard. So don't think that that's gone unnoticed. And I mean, I can see the traction starting. So your momentum is really starting to gather, which is really, really exciting.
Hey, Brandy, have you gone over the shopping link with everybody?
The shopping link idea?
Yes.
I don't know, but I'll be happy to kind of talk about it.
Summer.
Yes. Have y'all been to CNC yet? Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So basically, at the CNC, which we had ours Monday night, we were talking about summer selling. That's the topic, is basically summer selling. And so one of the things that we talked about at our summer selling, which honestly I've talked about with you guys probably before, but I can't stress enough how successful it has been for me, which is creating shopping links. Okay. So if I have a customer who is either wanting to place an order, right, or a customer who maybe I've been asking about, hey, do you want to have a party, blah, 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 and they just haven't bit yet. My new verbiage, which no joke has been really successful, is saying, hey, let me open a shopping link for you, and you can place your order on the shopping link and then share it with your family and friends. And if it gets to $200, you get hostess rewards. And they're like, okay. And so it sounds really easy, right? And so I'm sending them a hostess packet, just like if they booked a party. I'm opening up their shopping link, which is basically a party in their back office. And I'm telling them that we can leave it open up to 2 months. So if I'm opening one today, I would say, we can leave it open all the way to the end of June. And you can just share it with your family and friends. And, when it gets to $200, you'll get some hostess rewards. So it's very no pressure. But I have found I opened 6 shopping links in April, and I did $2,100 in sales, okay? Because it's easy, and they are sharing, like texting it out, putting it on their Facebook page. I'm not even doing a Facebook event, you guys. There's no Facebook parties. There's no Facebook Live. There's nothing. I mean, other than I'm opening the shopping link, and they're sharing it with their family and friends. It's like magic. So, I've had a lot of people call me, this month and say, hey, I want to place an order. Do you have an open party? And I'm like, my response is, No, even though I do. But I would let me open a shopping link for you, and you can just go ahead and place your order on the shopping link, and then share it with your friends and family. And if it gets to $200, you'll have hosting rewards. If not, no big deal. But they're like, I get credit for my own order, and I'm like, yes. And they think that that's like winning the lottery. And so they've all been. I mean, most of the time, their orders are almost $100, and then they're getting a couple friends to order, and so if they're over, they're $200 or $300 each time. So I mean, it's been really easy, and I've just been mailing them a hostess packet, just like they were a hostess, and that way they have a couple catalogs to share, and it's been very successful, and it's so easy, super easy. So that's kind of been my thing. I've also, just as a little twist, I went back to all my customers who purchased from me in April. So anyone that made a purchase from me in April, and I sent them a text saying, as a thank you for shopping with me in April, I would love to open a shopping link for you. And if your shopping link reaches $200, I'll give you a large utility tote for free. Okay, so it's a little bait. But I think I may have 6 or 7 shopping links open right now, and I already have $1,400 in sales, and I have not done a party.
You sent that to the ones that hosted in April?
Purchase. Anyone that made a purchase from me in April.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep, anyone that made a purchase. And like I said, I have over $1,400 in sales, and I have not done a party. Not a Facebook party, not a Facebook Live party, not an in-home party, not a nothing. I know it sounds crazy, but it's so simple that my customers are saying yes, and then they're shopping, and then they're getting a couple friends to shop.
All right, so tell me the verbiage that you use again when you, and do you text it to them?
Mm-hmm.
Right,
I said, so I did it 2 ways, okay? So the first thing I did was I texted out to all of my customers who purchased from me last month. And I just said, as a thank you for making a purchase with me in April, I would love to open a shopping link for you. And if it reaches $200 in sales, you get a large utility tote for free. Okay? So that's kind of my bait. And I got a bunch of yeses from that. The other thing I did was I did that little graphic that has all of the large utility totes on there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it said something like, let me see if I can find it. But basically I just said which one is your favorite. And a bunch of them, they picked their favorites, right? So number 7, number 9, number 14. And then I private messaged them and said, thanks for commenting on my Facebook post. I see that there's several large utility totes that you love. I'm running a special in May, and if you open the shopping link and it reaches $200, I'll give you a large utility tote for free. And I got 2 or 3 from that. And I know it sounds too good to be true. Like, it sounds really easy, but that's almost the beauty of it, right? Is that it's so easy. They're like, sure, open me up a shopping link.
I guess my hesitation, and I'll just throw it out there, is I'm really not in a place to be able to afford to give a large utility tote away. So, like, what else would be a good incentive that's maybe a little...
Well, what if you just change your verbiage and say that, you don't have to call it hostess rewards, right? I mean, you could say, let me open a shopping link for you, and if it reaches $200, I'll give you $25 in hostess rewards.
Okay.
I mean, that's what they're getting.
Right.
That's what they're getting, yeah. So, I mean, I would just use that as my verbiage.
Because I posted a thing today because I got on TOT and realized that today was my 4-year
anniversary. Oh, congratulations.
I knew it was this month, but today was not in my head. The 20-something was what was in my head. And so I went on Canva and I whipped up a little graphic, and I'm trying to build up it's so funny. The last call we were on, I had a very small, contact list in my phone and stuff.
Yes, I remember.
Since then, that phone died, and I got a new one, and my contact list is like much.
5.
Yeah. So I whipped up a little graphic, and I'm using that Remind app.
Okay.
So I put a graphic up there, and I said, it's my 4-year anniversary, so if you join my text list, and I put the little image from the app on there for them to join the list. So if you join my list by the end of May, I'm picking 4 people, and they get 40% off one item of their choice, so I'll order it through Marketplace. And I'm growing my text. I've gotten 3 in the 2.5 hours since I've posted it.
That's a great idea.
So
great idea. I love that. Yeah, use the resources that you have. I mean, basically, that's, there's a lot of things out there that you can use. So here's my verbiage. It says, y'all know I love my large utility totes. I've got at least 10 currently in circulation. Which one of these would you pick if it was free? My favorite is number 17. All right. And I'll share this with you guys. And then I had 19 comments, and I private messaged all of them. And I got 2, let me go back and look. 2, 3, I got 3 shopping links open from it. So that was a win.
I think I'm going to try that tomorrow.
Yeah. And I'll post it for you guys. The other thing that I'll share with you guys that we talked about at our CNC, and I've talked about it with you on the last workshop Wednesday, but I've actually expanded upon it a little bit. But when we talked about creating a contact in your phone for yourself, and so using it as your digital business card, which I still believe in 1,000,000%. But I'm going to tell you that I also figured out how to add your website, your catalog link, your Facebook page, any of that in there as well. So I was going to pull mine up really quick. So basically, when you go in and add yourself as a contact, you're going to have your phone number, all that stuff, your email. And if you scroll down to the URL link, you can copy and paste your website, the catalog link from TOT, and also I did the monthly special. And so here's what I did. Under the label where it says homepage, work, other, whatever, I chose the custom label. So for the website, I made my label say shop now. For the catalog link, my label says summer catalog. And for the monthly special, my label says on sale. And that way, when you're sending it out, all that is already right in there. So that's my tidbit of the day. I'm trying to make mine right now. So anything at yours, Colleen, that you wanted to share? Any aha moments from your CNC?
Well, there was, went to a different one this time because we just have not found one that is all warm and fuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went to a different one. It was a little bit further away, but she was very knowledgeable and stuff. She's been with 31 for 9 years.
Who is it?
Tiffany Bradley.
Uh-huh.
And she actually graduated with one of my kids.
Oh, that's funny.
I know. I said, oh my gosh. She goes, yeah, I'm friends with Jenny on Facebook. I said, oh, okay. So anyways,
it was enjoyable?
Yes, it
Good.
Was.
Good.
And it wasn't at somebody's house. It was at a church in the social hall. So
okay.
That was better.
Okay, good. All right, so it's probably almost 9 o'clock. So we're going to wrap it up for this Workshop Wednesday. But I'm still looking for some topics for next time because I want to make sure that these are like mastermind opportunities for us to kind of grow and work on things. So if there's something that you feel like would benefit the group, let me know. And I know it's going to be June, which sounds crazy. So, we kind of need to think about what would be some good topics to talk about in June for the workshop. All right.
One thing that we did talk about at our CNC was like the little farm products and stuff. What we would match up with that to make it a selling thing.
Oh.
And also with the solid prints and solid print. That's not a print. Solid things that are going to be on half price.
Okay.
How to sell those. To add like the little unicorn snack pouch maybe with a pink one with a unicorn on it to get a kid ready for grandma's house or something.
That's a cute idea. Mm-hmm. That's a really cute idea. I like that.
Because, when you look at the solid, I don't know, solid things just don't do something for me. Because I like everything bright and wild. Yeah. And it's kind of dull to me. But when she was telling us, how to do that with adding it with something else to make it a selling point, because I wouldn't have thought of doing it like that.
That's a really good idea. I like that. That's a great aha. All right. Well, happy Wednesday. I'm headed to Kentucky this weekend. I'm going to do a Celebrate and Connect with Julie Reinhardt and Missy Kelly and some girls on our team up there. So I'd love some travel mercy prayers as I head out on Friday after a long week. But I'm really excited to get up there and do some face-to-face time with them and do some celebrating and connecting. So, and then hopefully I will see all of y'all at conference. Registration ends in May. You all need to go.
I'm going.
I'm going. Are you go? You're not going? You need to go.
I can't this year. I'm hoping next year.
Okay. I'll give you that. All right. Our monthly newsletter's done. I'm going to get it posted tonight. And our top 25, which will get the special invitation for our VIP night at conference. I'm going to get those posted tonight. So check and see. I think it's a lot of y'all's names are on there. So y'all have a good night.
You too.
All right. Night.
Bye.